Hey everybody, how are you? Welcome to Mondays with Mark. I'm Mark, and we are on Smokey, Steve, and Mark. Yes, we are. I had to get that in there, of course. Oh my gosh, welcome back. It is fantastic to see you. Let me tell you. Happy Monday to you. Oh my gosh, this is a perfect opportunity to start the week off, like, in a good way, right? I'm so tired of always having, like, Mondays being a negative thing. Like, oh, man, it's Monday. I'm trying to change that, We're trying to get it off to a good start because, instead of saying, it's Monday, I'm trying to say, woohoo, it's Monday. I don't know. I'm trying. What do you think? I don't know. Anyway, yes, it's super, super nice to see you. Welcome to everybody who's here for your very first time, and a special welcome back to everybody who is joining me again. Please be sure to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell too, so you know whenever we have a new video out. Today's video is so cool. Oh my gosh, it's all about the new moon. Oh yeah, it's New Moon Madness today on Mondays with Mark. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. I have to say thank you so much for all of the kind comments and the support that you've shown for last month's New Moon video. I was like, trying something new. I didn't know how it would turn out, and I asked what you thought and if you wanted to see more, and it turns out you did. So thank you very much, because I was very happy to hear that, because this was something that I had been wanting to do, and I continue to want to do. It's an interest that I have, and I think it's a lot of fun too. And now that we have, and as it goes on, I'm hoping that it will get better and better and more informative and more fun and more entertaining. I have some structure to it now, where every month we're going to have a project. Every month we're going to have some information about the new moon and what it represents. And we're also going to kind of get into some topics that you want to hear about. For example, some people said they wanted to hear a little bit more about chakras and crystals and things like that, but that's all to come, right? Yeah, we'll get to that. So if there's anything you want to talk about, you just let me know and we'll add it to it. So if you remember, last month the new moon was called the Sturgeon Moon. Oh yes, it was. And I think the video was nice. It was pretty informative, maybe a tad bit too long. I'm working on that too. This month, it is the corn moon, and rightfully so, because the corn, right now, this is prime picking time for the corn. I just came in from the garden, and I have a little basket full of corn, and we're going to do something with that a little bit later, which brings us to the project of the month. Remember, last month, our project, we made worry stones, or memory stones, or, well, painted rocks, really, is what they were, And it was a lot of fun, and thank you all for sending me the pictures of your creations. I totally dig that, okay? I think I'll start posting them on Facebook, too, because I love to see what everybody comes up with when we do a project, And the purpose of the painted stone, or the memory stone, was to it was to keep it on us, in our pocket, maybe under our pillow, and to remind us of what our intention was for the month. Every month we're going to set an intention that kind of, I don't know, like, goes along with the current new moon. And last month, my personal intention was to take it easy on myself, give myself a break, so to speak. And let me tell you, I'm glad that we decided to do that, because I did carry this around in my pocket all month, and I can't tell you the number of times it reminded me how hard I am on myself. It was a lot, We're so easy to beat ourselves up, right? And it was definitely time, to give ourselves a break. So I hope it worked for you too. Now, this will bring us to this month's project. Yeah, we're going to get started off with a bang, like right away. We're not going to do it later. We're going to do it right now. Since I was right outside in the garden, and since I brought in a bunch of corn and some other goodies, and since it is the corn moon, how appropriate will it be to share my recipe for a very light, very delicious summer corn soup. Oh yeah. So, you know what? Let's not waste any more time. Let's go right into the kitchen and make some soup. All right, let's go. Oh, hey guys, how are you? All right, so I'm going to share with you my recipe for a fantastic, fresh, summery corn soup, okay? Now, not to be confused with the corn soup we made before. That was a cheesy corn biscuit, and we made that, I don't know, about 2 months ago? But this is a delicious summer soup, and I got all the ingredients straight out of the garden, too. Well, except for a couple. I'll explain it now. So, get your pencils out. I'm going to tell you what you need to make this soup, okay? So, the first thing you're going to need is corn. So, we have 8 fresh ears of corn here, or the equivalent of 4 cups of fresh corn. Now, if you don't have fresh corn, it's okay. You can use the canned stuff if you must, you know. But if you're using fresh, definitely save your cobs because we're going to be using this, okay? So, other ingredients you're going to need: 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of butter. You're going to need 3 green onions, which we have sliced up like that. And then we kept some of the dark green parts that I had sliced. That's going to be used for a garnish. You'll also need 1 bay leaf, which is in there. 3 twigs of fresh thyme, just like so. You're also going to need 2 cloves of garlic, which we have minced up nice there. You also need some salt and pepper, of course. You need that for everything. 6 cups of water. And you're going to need 1 or 2 radishes, which we sliced thinly. Just like that, okay? Just 1 or 2 will suffice, all right? So let's get started. So we have our stock pot heated and ready to go here. In fact, it's probably a little too hot there. Into that, we're going to add our olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. There we go. And our butter. Throw our butter in there. Okay, and we're going to let that melt. Okay. All right, now to that, we're going to add our scallions, our green onions, like that. And we're going to add our leeks. Now, I personally think leeks are so underrated and not used enough. I just love some leeks, all right? So this recipe calls for slicing them all the way up to the light green part. So we're going to do that. We're going to take the bottom part off, like so, and then we're going to slice them up. Now, I've already washed this leek, but if you know anything about leeks, you might be in for a surprise. So let's see what we got in here. And just till you get to about there. Now, like I said, I already washed them, but here's a little tip. Leeks are notorious for hiding dirt, sometimes even sand, no matter how much you wash them. So, my recommendation is to always slice them right into a colander, and then we'll give this a rinse off, okay? Alright, so now we have that in there, and we're going to let those cook until they're fragrant, you know, about a minute or 2. Alright, these are ready to go. Prepare for the sizzle! Alright, so we're going to add our leeks. Alright. It's already smelling good. Alright, so we're going to let that cook a little bit, just until it's fragrant. About, what did I say? About 2 minutes, okay? Now, so that's been in there already. So that's cooking. To that, we're going to add our minced garlic. Alright? Just like so. All that goodness in there. Move this out of the way. And a hefty pinch of salt. And a hefty pinch of, you guessed it, pepper. And a little more pepper. There we go. Just like so. Alright. And then once you add the garlic, you're only going to want to let that cook for maybe a minute or so. You know how quick garlic is to cook. Alright. So let's get that. That's nice. I'll spread that out so you can see how the colors come out on the leeks. They just turn so vibrant. It's so nice. Alright. So now, to this, we are going to add all 3 sprigs of thyme, like so. we're going to add our bay leaf. Gotta have a bay leaf when making soup. All right. Now you can smell it. Okay, and we're going to add all of our water. Now our water, this is going to be 6 cups of water. Let me add that in there, make sure we're on high. Okay, we're going to add that in there. Here, let me get rid of this. Okay. Okay, now you're wondering, I'm sure you're wondering, oh my goodness, now you just added all that water to this soup. It's just, what's that going to taste like? You didn't use stock? You didn't use anything? No, I didn't, because this is where our corn cobs come in. This will cook down and it will make a delicious broth out of the corn. So we want to add that into there. And again, a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper. Okay, so now what we're going to do, see how that's all nice incorporated in there? Okay, so now what we're going to do is cover it, and we're going to bring this to a boil. Then we're going to reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 20 minutes to a half hour, okay? So I'm not going to bore you and talk to you for the next half hour, okay? So we're going to activate the time machine, and we will be back in 30 minutes, all right? We'll see you then. Bye. All right. So it has been 30 minutes, and what we're going to do now is we're going to remove all of our cobs. It already looks good, huh? It makes it such a nice broth. So we're going to take all of our cobs out. Sorry if I know that might be loud, so let me try not to, like, you know, like, whack it so hard. Okay. There we go. All right, so yeah, at this point we're going to take all of the cobs out, and we're going to take out all of these sprigs of thyme. Try to get all that goodness still in there. There's another cob. There. And there. Oh, I know I say this in every recipe we make, if you could just smell it, but really, if you could smell it. There's some thyme there. Alright, we got the thyme. Alright, and the ever-elusive bay leaf. We got it! Alright, we're going to remove that at this point, too. Alright, I think we got it all out. Leaving all of the goodness. Alright, perfect. So at this point, we are going to add our corn. And if you remember, that was 4 cups of fresh corn. Right. Now, I know I said that you could use canned corn if you don't have fresh corn. Now, I highly recommend you get fresh corn, if even from the grocery store. If you are using canned corn, you are going to you're going to have to make a broth. So I would recommend using a vegetable broth for the base of this. When we added the 6 cup of water, you know, use a vegetable broth to give it a little extra flavor, okay? You could use chicken too if you'd like, but essentially what we did with all of these cobs was we made a broth out of it, okay? So just wanted to tell you that. So what we're going to do, we added our corn. We're going to let this cook for about 5 to 6 minutes until the corn gets a little tender, and then I'm going to take out 2 cups of the mixture, and I'm going to blend it in my food processor until it's smooth. You could also use a blender if you want. And then we're going to add it right back into the pot. So, why don't I do that? And I'll see you in a second. All right. Well, hello. Hello. I see you dragged out your teddy. Your bunny. Say hello. Who's that handsome kitty? Oh, yes. Okay, so I let it cook for about 5 minutes. Then I took 2 cups of the soup out, put it in my food processor, and I blended it for about a minute till it was nice and smooth. You can do that in a blender too, by the way, okay? And we're just going to add this right back into our soup. Give it some little bit of a creamy factor there. Give it a stir here. There we go. All right. So now we're going to turn that back up. We're going to bring that back to a boil, and then it's finished. As soon as that comes to a boil, you can serve it. So let's do it now. All right. Now, to serve this, we're going to serve it all nice and fancy. All right. So we're going to label this goodness right into here. And see how light and fresh this is? I mean, wow, could we have a smaller ladle? Goodness gracious. Oh, look at the lentils. Lentils, oh my goodness. There's no lentils in this. Look at the leeks. Okay. All right, to serve, we're going to put it in a bowl just like so. And we're going to top with our green onion tops. And a few slices of radish. And there you have our summer corn soup. All right, I'm going to tear into this. Okay, bye. Oh, I can't wait to have that for dinner tonight. I just can't. Oh, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it, too. If you do, let me know, all right? You know how I like that. All right, but anyway. Okay, so back to the new moon. Actually, first, did you know August 17th? It's cat nights. Oh, yes, it is. Right on the heels of the dog days of summer, which, ended a few days ago. August 17th is known as cat nights. Now, that term goes back to an old Irish legend that says that witches can turn themselves into kitties 8 times. However, on the 9th time, they can't regain their human form. Which kind of brings out, the legend of cats have 9 lives. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. So, yeah, maybe you should give your little fur baby an extra treat today just because it's the beginning of cat nights, right? Well, they are nocturnal. I mean, they're nocturnal hunters with their keen night vision. So the night kind of belongs to the kitty, right? So, and the nights are getting longer now and everything. So, appropriately so, I suppose. So, cat nights, beginning August 17th. Little interesting thing. So, back to the new moon. Yes, it is the corn moon. And our August new moon here in the U.S. will be Tuesday, the 18th at about 10:40 or so here on the eastern side of the U.S. Our friends over in the U.K., Wednesday, about 3:30 a.m. And, as I think I probably said this before, but as you know, the new moon represents the end of one cycle and the beginning of another cycle. And it's a perfect time for maybe turning over a new leaf or making a fresh start of something, you know what I mean, as are all new moons. Now, why it's called the corn moon is, corn was, how can I put it? Corn was an ancient source of nourishment for Indian tribes, and they honored that by naming this new moon and the full moon the corn moon. And when we get into what it represents and what we're going to do this month, I always like to open our Lunarly box. And for those of you who don't know, it's one of my little things that I treat. It's about the only thing that I treat myself. It's a monthly subscription box, and it's all things tailored to the new moon and helping us set, a positive intention for the month coming up. So I like to open it up, and that's how I kind of tie in the whole New Moon Madness series, is opening up my Lunarly box, all right? And no, I still haven't gotten a referral code for it. But if you're interested, just check out Lunarly.com. But the second they give me a referral code, I'll definitely share it with you, okay? But it is a nice box. Every month it's packed full of things that, kind of coincide with the current new moon. If you remember last month, we got a plant and all kinds of stuff. So let's see what we got this month. We'll start with this because we got our candle. I have one burning behind me. Their candles are to die for. And they're beautiful too. And they come like that. And they're pretty big and they're very decent. They burn very clean. smell very good. This month is the Corn Moon Candle, and it's called Bright Beginnings, and it has scents of agave, sea salt, and coconut. And at the end of a very long day, take a moment to enjoy the scent from this candle and kind of welcome a beautiful new perspective on your pursuits for the month. Very cool. All right, so what do we got? Get this down here so Bandit can play in it. All right, so we got some oils and stuff. Okay, so we got some essential oils, and this is, let's see, Rocky Mountain Oils, and it is the Root Chakra Essential Oil. And the description is, this blend has all the scents needed to inspire determination in your root chakra. That's fantastic. That's very grounding, you know. It's made with frankincense, myrrh, grapefruit, and pine. And it's meant to inspire confidence and determination. And if this is what I think it is, it has a little... it does, see? It has a little ball on it, so you can put it like on your temples, maybe around your neck, maybe on your wrists, and let the, you know, scent inspire you. So, and the next thing we have is keratin strength. Oh, no way. This is a leave-in. Oh, this is so cool. It's a leave-in spray conditioner for your hair. The description is, strong hair, strong mind? Okay, no, that's not a thing, but relaxing while you treat your hair to a leave-in strengthening serum definitely is a thing. This is meant to be sprayed into your hair and left in there for healthier hair, and meant to pamper yourself a little bit. I love leave-in conditioner, and this is like, you know, foo-foo leave-in conditioner. All right. Can't wait to try it. Okay, and we got our stone or crystal of the month. What do we have? Pewter? No. Oh, look. Hematite. Hematite. Oh, that's so good for the chakra. Let me see. Okay. A month that calls for hustle is also meant to call for calm. Find balance and connection with the help of hematite. Hematite is thought to connect with the root chakra. This means it will bring a sense of grounding whenever you're feeling restless. This is fantastic for meditation, too. And we'll talk about that in 1 second. And last but not least, a brass. This is, oh, I love stuff like this. This is called a metronome. Let me look it up here. A Metatron cube. That's what it was called. Oh, this is so fascinating. Often seen in like crop circles, you know. This symbol is called a Metatron cube. Okay, and this is an ornament that you can hang up, and the figure known as Metatron's cube is a symbol of sacred geometry. It contains all 5 shapes of the Platonic solids. This ancient pattern is believed to represent the intertwining connection of all things within the universe. Oh, how cool. And it suggests that you hang this ornament in your home to bring a sense of peace and symmetry to your space. Oh, view it as a reminder of the beauty that bonds you with nature. I love this. Oh, how cool. Oh, so that was our monthly Lunarly box, and all of this stuff will tie right into our intention for the month. Our intention for the month, I'm going to read you here. They suggest, and I love this, your intention for the month, let's do it. I am thankful for my blessings. This ties into actually what we were just talking about actually the last couple of days here on Smokey Steve and Marc with, being grateful for the things that we have, not having to look too far to find someone who may be just a little bit less fortunate than ourselves, I'm so grateful that I have a roof over my head and my kitties and my relationships, and even physical things and material things, having a car, having food to eat, having clothes to wear, the ability to eat and drink and to walk and use my senses. So often we take all of those things for granted, And I think that it's important on a daily basis to be grateful for what we have, and certainly not get into the cycle of feeling resentment for those who have more than us. It just puts us in a negative space, you know? So our intention for the month is to be grateful for what we have. How did they word it? I love it. I am thankful for my blessings. Absolutely. And we can show this by doing a daily meditation. We could do this by saying maybe a little prayer. I'm one that I say my prayers in the car on the way to work, and gratitude is a very, very big one every day on my way to work. I just express the things that I'm grateful for, including all the things that I take for granted. I don't want to leave anything out here before we get to the last. Okay, so I just touched briefly on meditation. So the one little topic that I'd like to maybe draw a little attention to this month is meditation. Now, I have never been able to master the art of meditation. It was never really for me. My mind is so busy, all the time, that it takes a lot to quiet it down, right? So I'm really good with simplistic things, and a simple way to quiet my mind, right? So hematite, fantastic stone for this, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So let's see here. If you don't have hematite, a quartz crystal will work fine, or nothing at all. I'm going to show you a very, very simple, basic way that you can practice a little bit of meditation. It does not have to be so involved like sometimes we make things, like I do. When I think of meditation, I think I need to block an hour out and do all kinds of mantras and all that. It doesn't have to be as complicated as that. So let's use our hematite stone and do a very basic meditation. If you're using a stone or a crystal, place it on your chest or even on your forehead and take a deep breath in and out. Close your eyes and imagine yourself lying on a sandy shore. With every breath in and out, visualize the tide gently washing over you and leaving you feeling cleansed. So cool, so cool. So, yes, that was, I have to give special thanks to Steve for allowing me to film him, for our little demonstration. But anyway, so that brings us to the end of our video, and I have one last little surprise for you. All this talk of, meditation and everything. I thought that it would be super nice to do a little moonlight walk through the garden with y'all, so I did do that. And I tried to make it, I wanted to make it 5 minutes long, didn't quite get there, but because I thought it would be a nice kind of companion to this video, that perhaps you could put it on and just kind of sit back and clear your mind and relax a little, almost like meditation, so to speak, So I didn't speak in the video or anything. I just kind of walked around the garden and lit a couple candles out there, and it was all lit up. It was nice. So I hope you enjoy our little moonlight walk through the garden right at the end of this video, and I hope it brings you a sense of peace, and I hope you have a fantastic week and a fantastic month coming up. Thank you so, so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Check us out on Facebook. I will definitely post the recipe for the soup and some pretty cool information about the corn moon and some of the stuff we talked about tonight. I'll post that over on Facebook for everybody. And check us out on Instagram, SmokeySteveAndMarc. Twitter, SmokeySteveA is our handle, and all of our contact information, including our address and our email address, is listed below. Again, thank you so, so much for watching. I really had a nice time this evening, and I hope you found it interesting, maybe informative, at the very least, hopefully entertaining, okay? So, stay tuned for the moonlight walk through the garden, and thanks again. I'll see you next time, okay? Ciao.